What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're going to check out the Cresselia counter guide in Pokemon Go to make sure you guys are ready and prepped for everything you have to know about Cresselia in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys excited about Cresselia in Pokemon Go that is going to take over for the Swords of Justice coming up very soon? I hope you guys are ready. I love the shiny, and it's also going to be getting the exclusive move of Grass Knot for all of you PvP buffs out there, because I've used Cresselia with Grass Knot. It does a lot of work. It's a great additive move onto this Pokemon, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you guys do need any more raid battles, you want to participate in raids, or you do want to step up your rating to the next level, please check the pinned comments below. Discord is totally free, or Patreon is going to be a subscription service that's going to help you get more raids as a priority and really create a raid family throughout the globe. So with all that said, guys, we now have Cresselia that's going to be taking the place of the Swords of Justice that does start on November 16th at 10 a.m. local time, which is going to be a Tuesday, and that's going to go all the way until December 1st at 10 a.m. local time. And at that point, we have the new month, which is already crazy to kind of like start thinking about that this month has been going by so incredibly fast, in my opinion. And then we have, guess what, guys? New raid bosses coming out, and I'm excited to see what December does hold. Hopefully it's going to be something good, but we will have to wait on that. But today we're focusing on Cresselia, 100% IVs, top counters, weather conditions that are gonna affect it, and everything you need to know about the Cresselia in Pokemon Go. So let's jump right in. So Cresselia is going to be a psychic type Pokemon. It's gonna max out at 3,230, which is a lot higher than it once was, which is kind of impressive. It has an attack of 152, a defense of 258, and a stamina of 260. So that is why it is more positioned as a Go Battle League Pokemon as opposed to a meta raid attacker. Since it is going to be a psychic type Pokemon, it's gonna have 3 weaknesses, which are going to be Ghost, Dark, and Bug, and then it's gonna have a single resistance to Fighting as well as Psychic, which then leads us into the 100% IVs, which are going to be under normal conditions. Every condition except one condition is gonna be 1633, and that one condition that is gonna boost it to level 25 is going to be Windy Weather. In the Windy Weather, it will boost it to that level 25 at 2,041. And the moves of the Pokemon, it's gonna get 2 quick moves, which are gonna be Confusion as well as Psycho Cut. And then it's going to get 3 charge moves, which are going to be Future Sight, Moonblast, as well as Aurora Beam. And then also it does have the legacy move of Grass Knot. I really love using that move in PvP. So if it's something that you do desire, you might have to do that. But also remember, if you do want it to optimize into PvP, you're gonna have to trade it, preferably not with a best friend, even though it's gonna save the most Stardust, maybe with an Ultra Friend, and really try to drop that attack and raise the defense and stamina and try to have that ratio. And then how many trainers are we gonna need to take down a Cresselia at optimized? It's gonna be 2.64 trainers, so it is not duoable, but it is trioable with the right counters. So just remember, just because you're a level 40 or a 50 trainer does not mean that you have the appropriate counters to take this down. We are looking at level 40 and up Pokemon that are going to be able to do as much damage as needed when taking down this Cresselia, which is then going to lead us into the top counters, including the Mega Pokemon and the Shadows, and then we will go to the non-Shadows. So number 1 is going to be Mega Gengar. I think all of us can guess that because it is weak to Ghost typing, but it also is a Psychic type, so it will be doing increased damage to the somewhat glassy Mega Gengar. The moveset recommendation is going to be Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball on this one. It's going to have 21 deaths, and it's going to take approximately 620 seconds to take down the Cresselia, which then leads us into counter spot number 2, which is another Mega Pokemon. This one is going to be Mega Houndoom. Mega Houndoom is going to be Dark as well as Fire. The Fire combination with the Dark is going to neutralize the typical weakness of Dark Pokemon, which is going to be Fairy. The moveset on the Houndoom is going to be Snarl and Foul Play, and it's actually 770 seconds to take this down, so it's actually 160 seconds slower than the recommended Mega Gengar, even though it does have a little bit more increase as far as the deaths. You're good? Sure. Yeah, for sure. I have a Pokemon Go YouTube channel. Oh. Yeah.
So are there going to be Pokemon around?
Everywhere. You're going to be a Pokemon in my video. But it does have 14 deaths in comparison to the 21 deaths, and being that the Mega Gengar is weak to Psychic, 21 deaths is actually really pretty good. And then in the next spot, we have Shadow Weavile with Snarl and Foul Play, followed by Mega Absol with Snarl and Dark Pulse. I would suggest not using this Pokemon because it is going to be weak to Fairy, but it also is going to resist the Psychic. So that's one thing for the Dark type Pokemon that actually is advantageous Gyarados, but both of those top 2 spots in the Megas are gonna be definitely adequate. And next, we have Shadow Mewtwo with Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball being a legacy move, you are gonna have to TM it. It's gonna take 800 seconds to take down this Pokemon, which is almost 200 seconds slower than the Mega Gengar, and it has 20 deaths, which is kind of surprising. And then we have Shadow Tyranitar with Bite Crunch, and we have Shadow Houndoom with Snarl and Foul Play. So those are gonna be all the top Shadow spots, which then is gonna lead us into the non-Shadow Pokemon. And obviously the Megas are still gonna be in there, but we're gonna cover everything else beyond the Megas because we've already covered them, which is going to start off with Chandelure. Actually, the #1 non-Shadow, non-Mega Pokemon, which is surprising, with Hex as well as Shadow Ball combination. And I'm going to say the reason being is because it is a Ghost combined with a Fire typing, which is going to actually create a resistance to Fairy. Although Ghost I thought was going to be weak to Fairy, it is not, but the Fire resists Fairy, which makes this Pokemon advantageous. Which then is going to lead us into Darkrai with Snarl and Shadow Ball, and also Dark Pulse can be recommended on that Pokemon. I would say having both of those unlocked is not a bad move on the Darkrai because you're either using Mega Gengar or you're using Mega Houndoom, and both of those are going to boost one of the movesets there. But the Darkrai is going to be weak to the Moonblast. Not the biggest deal, you can dodge it, but just wanted to point that out. But it is also resistant to Psychic. And then we have Mega Gyarados, which is going to be overlooked by other one. Then we actually have Hoopa with Astonish and Shadow Ball, followed by Mega Beedrill, which I would also probably overlook because we obviously have a much better Mega. And then we have the Giratina Origin form with Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball. I'm thinking the reason why it's down on the list is because it is going to be weak to Ice and is going to be weak to Fairy. So that particular Pokemon, maybe a little bit more weaknesses, which is then gonna lead us into regular Gengar, which is going to be Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball combination. Remember, this one's weak to Psychic. And then we have Yveltal with Snarl and Dark Pulse, followed by regular Weavile with Snarl and Foul Play. And then we have Psycho Cut Shadow Ball on regular Mewtwo, followed by Bite and Dark Pulse on Hydreigon. Be careful with Hydreigon, especially with that Fairy move, because it is going to be double weak to Fairy, with it being Dark as well as Dragon, both typings weak to Fairy. And then we have Houndoom with Snarl and Foul Play, followed by Bite Crunch on Tyranitar. Tyranitar is also going to be weak to Fairy. And then we have Zarude with Bite and Dark Pulse, followed by Bisharp with Snarl and Dark Pulse. So if you guys want to keep going down on the list, we are really getting down on the list right now. We're either increasing the deaths or we're increasing the time to win, and it's not really going to be optimized, especially if you're trying to be efficient and get more balls when you are rating for Cresselia, because remember, it is tanky and you do want to catch them for the XL candy just to have. So with all that said, now we're going to change into the weather conditions. What weather conditions are going to affect fighting Cresselia? Sunny weather is going to have no effect. Partly cloudy is going to have no effect. Cloudy weather is going to boost the Moonblast of the Cresselia, so anything that is going to be a straight dark typing and is not going to be paired with fire, please be careful because that's going to go on there, especially the Hydreigon if you're using it, and it does have Moonblast in the cloudy weather, which then is going to lead us into the rainy weather. Rainy weather is going to boost all of the bug type counters, which you did notice that they weren't really prevalent on the list, but there is the Mega Beedrill if you so choose to use that Pokemon, which then leads us into the double conditions, which are going to be a little bit more rare, which is going to be snowy weather, which is going to boost the Aurora Beam, which will be effective against the Giratina Origin form, which then is going to lead us into the foggy weather. Foggy weather is a great condition to counter this Pokemon with because it's going to boost all of our dark and ghost type counters, which are going to be the most effective that we are using. And then also we then have the windy weather, which is going to be the final condition. It's going to boost the Cresselia. It's also going to boost all the psychic type movesets, which is going to take it. So we want to make sure that we are a little bit more cautious when using Mega Gengar and Gengar because of that poison typing, making it weak to the Psychic. But beyond that, that's also going to boost Cresselia all the way to level 25 to help you catch it if you so desire to catch it there. And when using for Ultra League, that is going to be great, but just remember, if you want it for Great League, you cannot catch it with Weather Boost, and you have to trade it, and it's going to have to drop really in your favor to hit into the Great League stats. With that said, guys, if you do need any raids, please check the pinned comments below to jump into the Discord. And with all that said, I appreciate you guys being here, as always, to all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody who takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.